Categories are the top level of organization within a project, and categories can be thought of a table within a spreadsheet. Let's look at an example category here called products. Within my products category, you can see I have a list of individual products, each represented by a row in my table, and I have details about that product represented by columns in my table. And so you can see that each product has a unit cost, a quantity coming from my model, estimated cost, product images, status, etc. The difference between this and a spreadsheet is that it can hold smart information. Like we can start to pull data from our model. I can attach things like photos and PDF cut sheets, and we can create new fields or columns to hold really any type of information. Like for example, if I wanted to assign each one of these products to a team member, I could create a person field, call the field assigned to, and create that field. And now I can add that assigned to field visible in my table, and I can assign each one of these to a team member. Categories can be viewed in different ways using a concept that we call views. And so in a future lesson, we're going to get into views much, much deeper. But just so you're aware of the concept now, categories can hold multiple views, and views can view the data within a category in unique ways. Inside of any category, you can also search and filter down these lists by using filtering rules. So for example, let's say we want to see any products whose unit cost is greater than $1,000. This is now going to show me all of those items that meet that criteria. Every item inside of a category can have a unique value of inside of any one of these fields. So if I wanted to create a new product inside of this category, I could click here to create a new product and fill in the details for it by filling out this information. And once I assign an item with a unit cost of more than 1,000, when I refresh my page here, it's going to show up in my list. There it is. Category fields can be edited using our Edit Fields window. And again, this is where you can actually create groups of fields and create new fields and reorganize those fields here. Categories can be added inside of Layer by clicking on the plus button here. And you can either add categories from scratch, you can import data from a spreadsheet, or you can pull in templates from both pre-built Layer templates and your company templates as well. So let's create one from scratch and show you exactly how we would go about managing this data. So I'm going to create a new category, and then I'm going to call issues. And you can see that I have an empty category here. I'm going to create a new field for tracking these issues that we're going to call a file field. And we're going to say this is photos of the issue. I'm going to create another new field for formatted text, and we're going to call this notes. I'm going to create another field that we're going to choose a select field, and I'm going to define a status. We're going to say draft, open, in progress, and complete. Now my category fields are built out. I can create my first issue. And you can see that this issue is going to allow me to attach photos, assign notes, and then set a status for each one of these items. When I create another new issue, I can assign unique values to those same fields. We'll get more into this in a future lesson regarding fields, but it's important to know the way that information is structured inside of Layer. Lastly, models themselves are actually special kinds of categories. So you can see here we have these categories listed here under models, and they function a lot the same as categories up here in that you can create new fields and attach data to these items. The difference is that each row is tied to a specific item inside of my Revit model. It has special data like the model name, the version history, parameter data, and other data as well.